This is Salaam Radio, Peterborough's Muslim community radio. Broadcasting on 106.2 FM and online.
Good afternoon and welcome to Keep Women Talking, a show from Peterborough Women's Aid. My name's Mandy and I'm your host, and I am joined by Sue. How are you, Sue?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So today we have a packed show. We have two topics we're going to be talking about. Safety at night. Whose responsibility is it? And we are going to be talking about period poverty, something that we haven't spoken about before, but actually very relevant in this country and other countries around the world.
Definitely.
But first of all, we have our question of the week. And the question of the week is, it's cold. So we've had this amazing heat wave, haven't we? And this morning I walked the dog and I had to put a hoodie on.
I know, it's a bit of a shock to the system,
It is
isn't
a
it,
shock
today?
to the system. My weather forecast that I can see on my big screen says that it's currently 23 degrees and pure sunshine, but I don't think it is.
Definitely not. It's very
definitely
overcast
not.
out there.
Definitely not. So the question of the week is, what did you enjoy about the heat wave? Sue, over to you.
I like the heat, but my one bugbear is night times and not being able to sleep.
Enjoy.
So yeah, so
What
what
did
do
you
you enjoy?
enjoy?
Oh, I just really like it.
Like-
But it's coming to work. I'm trying to find something positive in this and I'm really struggling. I like that I don't have to go out in loads of layers and take a coat
Yes.
and an umbrella and all the rest of it. There you go. Is that
That's
okay?
good. That's fabulous.
And I like cooling off in the swimming pool.
Oh, have you got a swimming pool?
No, I haven't got a swimming pool. I wish I had a swimming pool. I do not live in a mansion.
The one thing I've enjoyed about the heat wave, it's one word: washing.
Oh, yes. Getting the washing dry.
I have washed everything in my house. You know, like cushion covers, blankety throw things, all of the kids' disgusting duvets, everything has been washed every day.
That's a good one.
I've been going around the house, what can I wash? What can I wash? Because it's going to dry. What
It's
can I
going to
wash?
dry really quickly.
I know. I love it.
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually.
I hate doing the washing when there's nowhere to dry the washing.
And it's all hanging around your house
Yep.
here and there, and then you get that horrible damp smell as it dries out.
And then someone knocks on the door and your pants are in the living room and it's just awful, isn't it? So we've already had some responses to what is your favourite thing about the heat wave. So we've got Emma, who said nice sunsets and sunrises.
Yeah, because you get the clear sky, so you can see them a bit.
But she's put that's
better.
about it though. So I'm feeling maybe she's not a huge fan of the heat wave.
The heat.
And then I've got Emily. Oh, I did this. Wild swimming in the lake.
I'm always a bit wary of wild swimming.
Well,
I always worry about what's
I
in
know.
there.
So I tell you what happened. We've got a well, he's not a puppy now. He is a puppy, I suppose. He's 8 months old or whatever. And we've got a lake by our house, which I walk the puppy round. And he jumps in the lake. And on one extremely hot day, I thought, wouldn't it be nice just to get in that lake? So I did.
You did.
I did.
Went and got in.
I went and got in, and the puppy swam round me, tried to get on my back and everything, and it was lovely. So I am now a fan of wild swimming.
Nice.
Yeah.
I still worry about what's in the water underneath.
To be fair, I didn't go that deep.
Oh, okay.
I did
It's
go
quite
where
a shallow.
I did go where I couldn't touch the bottom, but then I was worried that the puppy's going to drown because he is only a puppy. So I kind of swam back a little bit.
Not sure
more.
how strong a swimmer
Yes,
is. Yeah.
but I must say, safety first when it comes to wild swimming. You must make sure that you're in a spot where it's
where you can touch the
bottom,
floor, or you have a flotation device with you.
yes, or it is actually a designated wild swimming area,
Yes.
which there are around. I didn't know this. There's actually even a place near where I live where it's a wild swimming area with dogs.
Oh,
So people actually go in with their dogs.
you'll have to try that one.
Yeah, I know. So,
Fun.
Question of the week. What did you enjoy about the heat wave? Because we're freezing now. Oh, it's so cold.
I did just walk in and go, wish I'd brought a jumper with me today.
So cold. So you can ring us and tell us, what did you enjoy about the heat wave? 01733 602 133. We haven't had anyone ring us for ages, have we?
We haven't. I think a lot of people watch it afterwards, don't they?
They
People
do.
are busy.
But if you fancy giving us a call and we can chat about the heat wave, that would be great. You can text us on 074 119 1062, and you can comment on our YouTube page and let us know what you loved about the heat wave. So, Sue, what has been going on in the world of Peterborough Women's Aid?
It's all been a bit of a blur. Well, from my point of view, anyway. So we're in the process of opening a new house.
We are.
To house women who have fled domestic abuse from outside the area. So that's going really well. Got a last few bits to do there. And then it will be up and running, which is brilliant. And then our groups have been running as usual.
Yes.
And that. So our Women Warrior groups on a Tuesday and Friday within Peterborough, a Thursday in Wisbeach and March, and then we have legs, bums and tums on a Monday afternoon, and meditation on a Thursday afternoon.
So it is. Our groups are really popular, aren't they?
They are.
And we also had our culturally
Cultural coffee morning.
Cultural coffee morning, that's what I'm trying to say, last week. And that again was really successful. We had about 25 ladies come to us and do some wellbeing activities, so that was
Brilliant.
Great. And we also have some exciting news. This is a drum roll.
Is this your drum roll? Without a drum.
Yes. We are one of 3 charities who have been chosen for the Mayor's Charity of the Year.
Yeah. So we've never had this opportunity before, have we?
We haven't.
So it's absolutely amazing for us that the new mayor, because he was only in place...
He's only been in place since June.
A month, yeah.
Because of all of the local elections and blah, 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 blah. I don't understand it.
Yes.
But there was stuff going on, which means he couldn't have taken his place until June. Chris Harper and his lovely wife, Rita... get your ball gown out, Sue.
Love a ball.
I know. So we will be one of the benefactors of the Mayor's Ball this year.
Yeah, which will be amazing. And there'll be events throughout the year, won't there, to raise money for us. And we will be doing our own event.
We will. Yet to be decided.
Yet to be decided.
But we will be.
Which we will advertise as usual on our social media.
Yes. So
who anyone can attend to raise money for these amazing charities.
Yes. And we've got some other things going on. So we are at Pride this weekend.
Yeah, that's on Saturday.
Sunday. Saturday. Is it? I'm doing it and I don't know.
I thought it was Saturday.
I think it is Saturday. I think you're right. Yeah.
So that's Saturday. All on the embankment, isn't it?
Yep. So we're going to have our own stall at Pride. So if you're going to Pride, do come and see us because we will be selling lots of Pride-related stuff.
Merchandise.
Yes, definitely. And we are still looking for runners for the Great Eastern Run. So if you fancy doing the Great Eastern, the 13.5 miles half marathon, or just the 5K, just reach out to us.
Just the 5K.
Just the 5K.
I love that, Mandy. Just the 5K. That's because you're a runner and you can just run half the marathon.
5K. Do reach out to us on our website. We really want to get at least 25 runners to raise some money for us. You don't actually have to raise that much to get a free place.
No.
So
I think it's about £120 for the half
and
marathon and
anything.
£75 for the 5K.
Yeah. So do reach out to us on our website. Now, we have to mention World Cup, don't we?
I'm feeling slightly blurry-eyed this morning, I think, because I stayed up on Saturday night and watched it.
Yes.
Having said to my friend, I'll probably just watch the first half.
Yes.
And then go to bed and be sensible. But no, I ended up staying until the whole thing had finished. So.
And our producer watched his first ever full football match on Saturday night.
Did he?
Yes. And now he is an addict.
He's a fan now.
Yeah, he is.
So he'll be there on Wednesday.
Wow, I mean, it's...
Not actually there.
No.
but in front of the TV.
I mean, the first thing I thought was like it was 42 degrees in that stadium.
I know.
That was
That's crazy in itself,
unbelievable,
because it was in
wasn't it?
Miami, wasn't it?
Yeah,
No, which is so warm this time of year, and the humidity as well,
yeah,
which obviously English players are just not used to at all.
yeah. And the next thing I want to add, because this is a women's show, Victoria Beckham. Have
What
you
about
seen
Victoria? What have I missed?
Have you seen the picture of Victoria Beckham when England score?
No, I've
Right,
seen
so
when they were
Our
showing the
producer
match.
is laughing at the moment.
I saw David Beckham was there. I didn't even know
Right,
she was there.
So David Beckham was in the crowd. We all love Becks, don't we? Victoria Beckham sat next to him. England score. Beckham jumps up and he's literally jumping up and down. Do you know what Victoria does?
Did she not do anything?
She just sits there like nothing's happened. What is going on?
She's very reserved when she
She's
wants to
very
be.
reserved, but come on. I mean, I love the Beckhams. I'm a true Beckham fan, but come on, Victoria Beckham. Show a bit of emotion. We could win the World Cup here.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was cheering from my sofa.
Exactly, but the whole nation was cheering, apart from Victoria Beckham, who was there. Unbelievable.
I'm going to have to go and look that up now.
Yeah, honestly, look
Just
at
to
the,
see
look at
what
the
her
picture.
face is.
No, I'm really hoping I haven't seen like a photoshopped AI something, but honestly, I was like, that's weird, because I would be going mental with David Beckham.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough if she didn't jump up and down or anything, but you'd at least expect
You'd at least expect a clap.
an arm wave or a cheer or, like say, or a clap or something.
Our producer is doing the stance of Victoria Beckham. That's exactly how she looks. Anyone on YouTube, it's this. That's how she looks.
She just looked bored. You'd think after all those years of watching football, she'd have some sort of
Maybe that's the problem.
interest in
Maybe
it and
she's watched too
enthusiasm.
much football. But the thing is, I love the Beckhams. I love Victoria Beckham. The Spice Girls, I mean, they're basically what Peterborough Women's Aid are all about, aren't they? Power to the world, spice up your life.
Yeah.
Women's
Sums
empowerment,
it up.
all of that stuff. There were, when the Spice Girls came out, there
Strong,
was
independent women.
exactly. There was like a bit of a movement, wasn't there?
There was,
You can
that's
say
very
what you
true.
want, you can do what you want, you can be who you are. So I just have a feeling that if Sporty Spice was next to David Beckham, she would have jumped
Oh,
up.
without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely.
And that she would have been one of the first up.
Yeah. So, Victoria Beckham, if you are listening to us live on YouTube, please can you show a little bit of happiness when England score? Just because we all love you. Right.
So, are you planning on watching it on Wednesday, Monday?
Absolutely. Yeah.
In a house full of males.
In a house
I
full of
imagine
males.
you get no choice, really.
No, I mean, I like football anyway. I just get quite nervous. I think the whole nation's getting nervous already, aren't
Yeah.
we? On the Radio In, when I was listening to the Radio In, they were doing a whole hour about penalties.
Really?
Yeah, and they
That's
had
rather intense.
interviews with people that analyse goalkeepers and where you should put even to the point of where you know, sometimes this is not good for radio, but they roll the ball down onto the spot.
Yes.
Like that. You know, what effect does that have on the ball? And honestly, it was like proper in depth. It was crazy about all the tech that goes into people finding the right spot and everything like that.
Wow.
Let's just hope it doesn't go to penalties.
Yeah, definitely. And I really hope that England do themselves proud.
I do.
Whether
And
they win or lose, I really hope they just play
who's
really,
your
really
favourite
well.
player?
I don't know. I quite like his name's going to go out of my head now because you put me on the spot. It's completely just disappeared. Bellingham. I just think he's such a good player, and he's very appreciative of his teammates and that as well.
True. And he's quite you don't see him so much like, you know, in the tabloids.
Yes.
He's quite
Yes.
he's a bit of a Marcus Rashford, isn't he? He's a bit like quiet and does stuff and all of that kind of
Yes.
stuff. I mean, I'm partial to Harry Kane.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't be? Because he just he
he's
seems
playing
like
well.
a nice guy and
Seems
playing
like a
well.
nice guy.
And I actually like Pickford because he just
Yes.
shouts at them, doesn't
He
he?
tells them to get on with it.
Yeah, get on with it. Do this, do that.
Yeah.
Maybe we could be pundits. So
I really couldn't.
We could
I
be
do
the
not know
new-
enough about football to be a pundit.
we could be the new Roy Keane. Who is Roy Keane with at the moment? We could be Roy Keane and Ian Wright.
You could. I don't think I could.
I would be Roy Keane. I think you would be Ian Wright.
Is that right?
Right. I feel we've gone off on a little.
We have gone
little
off at a tangent a little.
But we do have a few more responses to our question of the week, and our question of the week is, what did you love about the heatwave? Because Sue and I are feeling a wee bit chilly today. So Gina has put chilling in the garden in the evening and looking up at the stars.
Nice.
Without having to wrap up.
Yeah. And again, because the sky is so clear,
I know.
you actually get to see the stars.
I like that. And then Sophie has put topping up the tan. Oh, yes. We like to top up the tan.
Yeah, it's nice when you get a spare few minutes, isn't it? Just to sit and enjoy it and soak it all up. Get that vitamin D.
You've got to get your vitamin D. However, this particular heat wave, I feel, has been too hot to sit in. At the peak of the day, it's been very hot, isn't it?
Very short bursts for me.
And people must put sun cream on.
Yes.
Just saying.
Definitely.
Right. We're still off on a
Let's
tangent.
move on to safety on the streets.
Right, safety on the streets.
For women, mainly.
We're looking at being safe on the streets and how this affects women and girls and communities. So we're going to be looking at things like, whose responsibility is it for making women feel safe after dark? Should it be the women themselves? Or should it be shared by everybody? And should a woman's freedom be reduced, I suppose, because she has to plan routes home or you can't be spontaneous, for example. No. So that reduces freedom. So...
And this really annoys me to a degree.
Really annoys me as well. I don't know what we're talking about. I'm just going to get annoyed.
You know, women are, there's these messages, aren't there, within the media, within life, within even education, that, you know, you need to be careful where you go, you need to be careful what you wear, you need to be careful about what you're doing and make sure you can hear and make sure that you're in a well-lit street. What do men do?
I know.
They don't care. They just walk anywhere.
Anywhere.
These thoughts do not even occur.
I'm going to ask you a list of questions and I want you to answer them. So this is when you're going out at night.
Yeah.
So you're walking somewhere or you're coming home from somewhere. Do you think about where you should walk?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think about?
So I think about where would be the safest route to walk.
Yep.
Where would be well lit, where there would be people not going along streets which I know will be really quiet or even abandoned. Round near me, behind my house, I have like a lake with all pathways. I will not go round there. At night time.
Okay.
So when I used to have my dog, and I obviously needed to walk him in the winter time, I would walk him around the houses rather than going round the lake, which I would have done during the day without a second thought.
Should you wear headphones at night?
Nope. Absolutely not. Might wear one
ear pod and one ear out.
Yeah, but would not dream of putting a set of headphones on or ear pods. Just no. I like to be able to hear what's around me.
Okay.
And again, purely for safety reasons, in case anyone's coming up behind me.
Yeah. Should you hold your keys in your hand or some kind of, we give out personal alarms. Do you think that you should do that?
I do that quite regularly. If I'm feeling uneasy or if I see someone behind me, perhaps, I do sometimes carry my house keys in my hand.
Yes. Should you avoid certain streets?
Yeah, again, like I said previously,
yeah.
I think about which would be the safest streets to walk on, where's going to be other people, where the lighting's good.
Should you wait for someone to walk with you?
Ideally, yes. Yeah. If I've gone out with friends, I'll always walk with friends. Even if I'm like driving, for example, on my own, I'll make arrangements to meet them somewhere in a car park, or we'll park on the same street, for example.
And then we'll meet together and walk to where you're going to go. So these kind of things are often, you know, they're saying, oh, that's just women being really sensible. But it means that the emphasis is being placed on the woman.
Yeah.
Isn't it, basically?
Yeah.
So some research about this. Around 1 in 2 women felt unsafe walking alone after dark on a quiet street near their home, which is really interesting, isn't it?
Definitely. Like you say, that's near their home where they're meant to feel safe, and that's meant to be their safe space.
Yep. Around 1 in 2 women felt unsafe walking alone after dark in a busy public place.
Yeah, I'd understand that. I think if you're on your own, you feel more vulnerable. If you know the area, it's slightly better.
Yes.
If it's an unfamiliar area, well, I just wouldn't do it, to be fair.
Yeah. Around 4 in 5 women felt unsafe walking alone after dark in a park or open space.
Yeah. Exactly what I said. That area, that lake behind my house, I won't go in. And I know the number of women that I speak to who live in my area, they all say the same thing.
Yeah, and you know, when you look at that statistic, there's probably a lot of women that when they were asked that question, do you feel safe walking alone after dark in a park or open space, actually just went, well, I don't do it.
Yeah.
I just don't do it. It's not that I don't feel safe, I just don't do it.
Or it might be actually that's the only route they can take to get home.
Yes.
So they have to walk through there.
Yes.
And then they take precautions.
Yeah.
And that to do that part of their walk.
So it's constantly about kind of a risk assessment. So women are constantly assessing the risk of harm to them.
Yeah.
Even when we're just walking around at night time, we're constantly thinking, okay, what could happen to me? What could happen to me?
That's it.
Is that person? So I've said this before, when I go running, and this is not even dark, this is generally, when I go running, and if I'm on my own, and I do like to run in, I don't really like running on roads and stuff, so I try to run maybe around a park or something like that. But if I'm up, I don't know, 6 a.m, I'm doing an early morning run and I'm in the park or I'm going around the lake and there is a man there, the first thing I look for, is he walking a dog? Because then I think, okay, legitimate reason to be by the lake. If he's not walking a dog, I then think, okay.
Yeah.
So I will give that
What is his purpose for being there?
So I will try and give that person a wide berth. And then when I've run past him, I will look back 3 or 4 times to make sure he hasn't turned round.
Yeah, to make sure he's still carried on in the same vein that he was doing before.
Now, I am a confident woman. I'm a black belt in karate.
That's it. You know how to protect yourself in those circumstances.
But I still do that because I'm still really worried about what would happen to me.
Yeah.
But if the roles were reversed and it was a man going on that run, he wouldn't give that person a wide berth and he wouldn't look behind him. He would just carry on. He wouldn't
and he'd have both earpods in. Yeah. He'd be in his own little world, not worrying.
Yeah, he wouldn't have to do the risk assessment that women have to do every time they go out. And it's not just about the dark, is it? It's like literally every time we go out. So here's some more questions. Have you ever changed your clothes?
Yes. So particularly footwear.
Oh.
So if I've gone out in a pair of heels and if I know I've perhaps got to walk home, I'll perhaps change my footwear. Partly for comfort reasons, but also partly because I know that I can move quicker.
You can run. You can run if you wear trainers.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of women. I mean, I used to near enough do the same, is that I would put flip-flops or something, pumps or something in my bag. So when I'm walking home, I'm not in heels.
Yeah.
What about clothing? Have you ever changed your clothing?
I'm trying to think whether I have. I mean, I don't know whether it's for safety reasons, but I probably would have a jumper or something with me, or you've got a coat and I'd probably zip it all up.
Yeah, I think there's lots of, excuse me, when we talk about sexual offences out there, there's lots of blame, isn't there, on women, and a lot of the time, which is utterly, I don't know the word, ridiculous, and makes me really angry, is that people say that, you know, it's the way the woman dresses encourages.
If you're dressed in a short skirt or a low-cut top, oh, well, you were asking for it.
Yes.
Is very often the words used, isn't it?
So I think a lot of women do change the way they look to avoid. That is their risk assessment again, isn't it? You know, so they're thinking, okay, well, I can't look too sexy. There's nothing wrong with going out and looking sexy, is there?
Yeah,
And
especially if it makes you
feeling
feel good about
Exactly.
yourself and makes you feel confident.
Yeah, you know, and I think about being a woman, and I think, oh, maybe if I've had my hair done, or I've lost a bit of weight, or I just feel really good about myself, I might want to go out and wear a nice little black dress and not feel, oh, I better not do that because a guy
It's
might
going to
look
bring
at me.
attention to yourself.
I feel like me and Sue are getting rather heated, so we're going to go to an advert break soon. But let's just check in with our question of the week. So the question of the week is, what have you loved about the heat wave? So I've got some more answers. Let's have a look. So we have, Naz. Naz is a lady after our own heart. So she says the thing she has loved about the heat wave is eating plenty of ice cream and ice pops.
Amazing. Definitely always good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had ice cream in the freezer for the last however many weeks we've had this
Have
heat wave
you?
on and off. I have. Love an ice cream.
I enjoy an ice pop.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what I like, when the ice melts and you've got all the lovely juice at the bottom. Not that I'm a child or anything. Okay, we are going to go to a quick advert break and then we're going to come back and talk more about women's safety on the streets.
Stay tuned to Salaam Radio after this short ad break.
Thinking about opening a takeaway or growing your food business? Speak to Isaac Wholesale in Peterborough. We work with restaurants, takeaways and QSR brands across the UK, supporting them with supply, delivery, branded packaging and growth support. Our dedicated customer growth partners work closely with you, understanding your business and your goals. From first store to multi-site growth, Isaac Wholesale works as an extension of your business, helping you grow with confidence.
Every successful business starts with a single step, the courage to begin. At the Progressive Business Network, we believe your idea could change your life. Each month, we bring dreamers and doers together to inspire, to share, and to spark action. Your time is now. Join the Progressive Business Network. Visit progressivebusinessnetwork.co.uk today. Progressive Business Network, where ambition meets opportunity.
At Cake Inn, all our cakes and slices are freshly baked for that delicious taste. At Cake Inn, we bake 100% vegetarian and halal eggless fresh queen cakes. Delicious flavoured cakes for birthdays and weddings, ceremonies and all other occasions, with free customised messages, even balloons and candles too. Order for delivery or collection from Cake Inn, 489 Lincoln Road, PE1 2PE, and your cake could be ready within 2 hours. Find out more and order online at cakein.co.uk or call 01733 496 584.
Ayada Care Limited provide quality and compassionate care at home support services, respecting the cultural, linguistic and religious backgrounds of those we care for. We find out exactly what our clients need, then match our trained Ayada staff to meet their personalised yet affordable care plans, promoting independence and mental health well-being. Call 01733 666 801 to speak with registered manager Iqbal Manji, or visit ayadacare.co.uk for details.
Do you own a restaurant or takeaway? Cater Fair is an expert supplier of new and used commercial catering equipment. Visit caterfair.co.uk for quality equipment on sale at the lowest prices, or call us on 01733 310 115 or visit us at 11 Royce Road, Fengate, Peterborough.
You're listening to Peterborough's community radio, Salaam Radio. Salaam Radio. 106.2 FM.
Good afternoon. You are listening to Mandy and Sue on Keep Women Talking. We have been asking the question, what did you love about the heat wave? Sue loved swimming, even though she hasn't got a swimming pool. And
not having to go out with
lots
layers
of
or a coat or an umbrella or something.
Yeah. And I just loved being able to do my washing.
Washing dry.
Yeah.
Actually, I really wish I'd thought of that. That's been amazing, actually.
Well, it does make me sound a bit like a sado, to be honest, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, the best thing about the heat wave was that I did all the washing. Not that I went out and walked in meadows or anything. Anyway.
Enjoyed getting outside.
Yes.
And ice creams.
Ice creams. Our topic today, one of two topics, is we are talking about whose responsibility is it for women who go out at night and don't feel safe. So, women are often given advice. They are told, don't walk alone, don't go out late, and be careful who you trust. Now, women are often given that advice. I wonder if anyone says that to a man.
I very much doubt it. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that to an adult man.
I tell you what, I've said it to my teenage children.
Yes.
Male children.
Yeah.
Things like
young people, children.
Yes, generally. I've said, even when they're my middle one's 17, and I've said to him, don't walk alone. Not through fear of his safety, in case there's groups of teenagers and men and stuff that are drunk or something like that. But I don't think he would feel unsafe, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about his safety.
He personally wouldn't feel overly
he would feel fine.
unsafe.
It's more me being a mum and worrying about his safety.
Yeah.
So pretty much women are being told this: don't walk alone, don't go out late, be careful who you trust.
And I think this is instilled in us from a really, really young age as well.
Yes.
I can remember, being a teenager and being told, oh, be careful where you walk. Try and walk with your friends, stay with your friends. Don't go down unlit streets. Don't walk through the park, walk round the road. So, yeah, I remember being told that as quite a young teenager.
And the reasons we're being told that, there's no getting away from it, is violence from men towards women and girls. That's the reason we're being told it all of the time. And we're still telling people not
that
to
narrative
do this and
hasn't changed.
It hasn't. So the World Health Organization estimates that about 1 in 3 women worldwide experience physical and or sexual violence in their lifetime. 1 in 3 women.
That's a lot, isn't it?
So let's turn this on its head. What we've talked about is that it seems to be completely the responsibility of women and girls to
keep themselves
safe. Yes.
And there's always that element, no matter who you are, whether you're male or female, there is always that element of, do what you can to keep yourself safe.
Yes. But the question is, how do we create a society where violence is less likely to happen? So we're going to talk about the role of men and bystanders. Bystanders, yes.
Yeah. So I know when I go out, and if I'm walking or running or whatever, just out and about, if a man is walking towards me, I will always try and say hello to him.
Yes.
And engage in him.
Yeah.
Because that makes me feel safer.
Yeah, because and I'm the same. So I'll say morning or lovely day, isn't it? And the minute someone responds and said, oh yeah, it is a lovely day, isn't it? Good morning. You kind of think, okay, I might be okay here.
Almost like, okay, they're an okay person.
I need reassurance. But we have
decent.
to get that reassurance, don't we?
Yeah. But then, like you, I will still be aware of them when I've gone past them. I will perhaps turn around, make sure, like you say, that they haven't turned around, that they've just carried on their way.
Yeah. So.
And then some men, I went out for a run yesterday, and men seem quite reluctant to even look at me when I'm running.
Yes.
Because I think because of the issues and the violence against women and girls perpetrated by men, even the decent men
Yes,
in
yep,
society
yep.
have become very aware of, well, how do I interact?
What do I do here?
What do I do? Yeah.
That's non-threatening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, being part of the solution, let's have a look at these. Challenging sexist jokes. Are there? I mean, I haven't heard a sexist joke for some time. I think.
That's what I was just thinking. I think they're nowhere near as common as they used to be. I think men are much more aware of the impact that they can have.
But then we're women, Sue. So are there sexist jokes happening in all male environments?
And quite
that we're
possibly,
not
yeah,
hearing?
when they're in male groups or,
Yeah.
like you say, they're in the pub and
Yeah.
they're having a boys' night.
Yeah. Not laughing along with harassment.
So this comes back, I think, if you remember years ago on a building site, for example, someone would wolf whistle at a woman walking by, and then his mates will all dip in with comments and
Yep.
various innuendos, if you like.
Yeah.
Rather than going, come on, mate, that's not really necessary.
Yes.
You know, and I think some men do call it out,
Yeah.
but not enough.
Not enough. I had a situation when I went to buy a car once, and this was years ago, and I was quite young, and I was like, well, I can go to a garage and I can buy a car. And I went to a used car dealer's, and there were about 3 or 4 men kind of standing around, and I went to walk over to them because I'd seen a car that I liked, and one of the men did a gesture down his genitalia area towards me, and I immediately was petrified because
Yeah.
there were 4 men there,
Yeah.
and he did
And
this
you were on
gesture,
your own.
and then they were all laughing, and I just turned round and walked out, near enough half ran out. And for him and his, friends, lads or whatever, he probably thought that was, oh, isn't that funny? But for me, I was like,
You were actually probably scared at that
scared.
point.
I was like,
Yeah.
what? Why would you do that? All I'm doing is trying to buy a car.
Yeah. That's it. Like you say, in a place of business as well,
Yeah.
you were a customer. As a customer, you don't expect to be treated that way.
And they wouldn't have done that if I'd been with my husband,
Yeah.
would they?
Yeah. Or if you'd been a man,
Yeah, I know.
they wouldn't have behaved that way.
I know. What about, oh, this is one to discuss, isn't it? Because you've just touched on it. So people, or men and boys, checking in when someone looks uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And how? Because I think this is a really good idea. I think, if a woman is walking home on her own and it's a dodgy area and she looks uncomfortable, or she looks scared, or she's waiting for a taxi in the middle of nowhere when it's dark, how do men and boys who are we are now labelling decent, how do they check in without being the threat?
Yeah, and this is really, really difficult.
It is.
It is really hard because of everything that has been instilled in us. It's really, really tricky. But actually, if someone strikes up a conversation with you, are you okay? Have you got a lift home? Are you sorted? Do you need a number for a taxi? Rather than going, oh, come on, I'll give you a lift.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Which most women would find quite intimidating.
But I do also think there's like really practical things you can do as a man or boy. It's stuff like, if you're wearing a hoodie, take your hood down.
Yes.
So you look a bit more
Yeah.
approachable. Keep a reasonable...
Or you've got a cap on or something.
Yeah,
Take
keep
it
a
off,
reasonable distance
Yeah.
from that person, so you're not in their space
Yeah.
and you're just saying, are you okay? Just checking up on you.
Yeah. Or if you've come out of a bar or club or something, or even a restaurant, would you like me to tell the staff that you're out here?
Exactly.
Would you like to wait inside and we'll get the staff, to keep an eye
Yeah.
out for your lift to come
Yeah.
or your taxi to come?
So there are ways that men and boys can do this, but it does take a thought process,
Yes.
doesn't it? And it's immediately like, okay, I need to put myself in that woman's shoes and think about how she would want me to approach her or react to her
Yes.
situation. So I think I think you can.
Definitely. And I think it comes down to education as well.
Yes.
We've done quite a lot of work within schools, which we've spoken about before, about teaching young people, particularly males, about respect and consent, and how to be respectful towards women and girls.
Yes. Yeah. So things like people saying, that's not okay, don't talk like that.
If somebody else says something that is inappropriate or is sexist.
Someone saying, don't speak about women like that. That's quite powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't speak about women like that.
That's it, because it generalises it as well. It's not talking about that specific woman. It's about women in
Generally,
general.
don't talk like that. And then, like we said, just bystanders asking, are you okay? But keeping a safe distance, an appropriate distance.
I've been in a group conversation before where actually a male friend of mine just turned to this other man and went, I don't think that's appropriate. And that was enough to stop him in his tracks and not continue in the vein that he was doing.
And this is what we need more men and boys to do, don't we? To have the confidence to be able to speak out and challenge sexist and misogynistic views. So, we've looked at what other people can do. What can communities do?
So I think this comes down to councils, local authorities, community groups. We talked about being aware that you're only walking in areas where there's good lighting.
Good lighting.
For example. So making sure lighting is working, that, you know, frequently used routes are well lit at night time and are generally safe. Having effective public transport links. And that, I know years ago I used to live in a tiny village where there was, you know, a bus service that came twice a day. And that, so at night time I had to get in a taxi, or I had to have a lift, or I stayed at a friend's house.
Yes,
So it makes it, excuse me, really hard.
And I think on public transport as well, I've talked about this before, but Stagecoach in Cambridge have made all their buses
and in Peterborough.
safe. So out in Peterborough,
Yes.
safe spaces. So their drivers are specifically trained to look out for vulnerable women, and they know how to take action if they feel like.
And if
something
someone
is going
approaches
on.
them and says, look, I'm not feeling very safe, they know what to do next. And they know who to contact.
Because public transport at night can be scary, can't it? If you're the only one on the bus and then a guy comes and sits literally next to you.
Or a group of
men, I know.
Come and sit behind you or near you and then start making comments.
Yes.
It can make you feel really, really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And we talked earlier about walking through parks and public spaces. Again, about making sure that they're well lit, that there's not like little hidey holes where people can perhaps loiter in, where out of sight, and even having patrols.
Yeah.
And that, like the shopping centre in town has security personnel. Obviously bars and clubs have bouncers and people who tend to be really well trained and most of the time can help you out in difficult situations and know, you know, what to do and where to point you to get some help.
So, summing all that up, and we're going to talk a bit about myths around this, but this is a really good saying, isn't it? A dark street does not cause violence. It doesn't, does it? The perpetrators cause violence, and they are mostly men.
Yeah. And then the next bit is it's the environments where people can feel isolated, unsupported or ignored can increase the fear and vulnerability. So sometimes it is a psychological thing.
It is, definitely.
That actually where you're walking is perfectly safe and you've got, you know, good street lighting. You know, there's a few people around, but psychologically you may not feel safe.
Definitely. So let's challenge some things that are said on this topic. So the first thing is women just need to be more careful.
Again, this puts the onus on women. We're already in that thought pattern of, you know, I'm going out. What do I need to do to stay safe? Which route do I need to go? What do I need to wear? Do I have one earphone in? Do I not have any earphones in?
What about this one? Harassment is harmless.
Never.
It's not, is it? And I do think people say, well, that's kind of harmless. The old wolf whistle, or the old she's got a nice bum, or oh,
But
look
they
at
never
her.
know how that's going to be received.
No.
Yes, some women won't mind being whistled at, but there's a lot of women now that feel really uncomfortable and really intimidated
I think
by
the
that.
issue with that is, for me anyway, if someone wolf whistles at you or says, oh, nice bum, or look at her, they are thinking of you in a sexual way.
Yes.
Aren't they? And there's no getting over that. They've seen you and they're looking at you in a sexual way. Now, I don't want to walk down the street and have men, I mean, they don't now, obviously, but I don't want to walk down the street as a woman and think that men are just looking at me in a sexual way.
And it just objectifies you, doesn't it? They're not looking at you as a whole person.
Yeah.
It's just you as an object.
Yeah. Next one. Safety is only a women's issue.
And again, like we've already mentioned, no, this is an issue for everyone. This is an issue for communities. This is an issue for local authorities and society.
Yeah.
And that is everyone's responsibility to ensure that the areas that they live in, for example, the areas that they visit are safe.
Yeah. I would love, if anyone's listening to this on YouTube or listening kind of later on after we've done the show, if anyone's had some actually really positive experience of bystanders supporting them, or just comment, because it would really, I'd really love to know some positive stuff that's going on, because not all men are these horrible wolf whistling horrible men. So it's about, actually, we need some positivity, don't we? We need men that are out there that are doing all this stuff already.
That's it. And I think generally, if women feel fearful or vulnerable, they will tend to head towards a woman than what they would a man.
They will. So,
what can we do?
What can we do, Sue?
So like we've just said, it's everyone's responsibility to try and keep the environments that we're in safe. And women shouldn't feel that they can't do things because they feel intimidated and fearful and they don't feel safe out there.
Because they're a woman. People talk about equality, equity, whatever. You know, women get paid the same, women get down with... Well, this isn't equality, is it?
No.
Because women can't walk down the street and feel safe.
No. And I think it's really important that in crimes such as these, that people are held accountable.
Yes, agreed.
And it is shown that this isn't acceptable, that you will be prosecuted if you behave in this manner. And we know from the line of work that we do that that's really, really difficult. And you want to be believed, and you want your perpetrator to be, you know, have punishment.
Yeah.
I hate that word, but you know what I mean, for what they are perpetrating.
Yes.
But we know how hard that can be to prove, to have sufficient evidence for, and to get it through the courts. And it's a long, horrible process.
It is.
And that particularly for the victim in that case.
Yeah.
Because they are so drawn out as well. Like we said earlier, it's about education.
Yes, absolutely.
Educating young people about what is acceptable and not acceptable.
Yep.
And we've talked before about social media and the influence that can have on young people, because obviously we know that they use it so much these days, and the negative impact that can have is huge at the moment.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that those negative people are removed from social media, and boundaries are put in place on social media platforms for things which we don't want young people to see.
Yeah, definitely. So, safety on the streets, women, it's everybody's problem, not just women themselves. Everyone can contribute to this. Communities, bystanders, men, boys. And the message we're trying to give is everyone needs to listen to us, don't they, Sue?
Well, not just us, but just it's about understanding people's experiences and another person's perspective on things and how things can be perceived.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we have a question of the week, and the question of the week is, what did you enjoy about the heat wave? Because it's quite chilly today. But I'm just looking at the forecast on my screen, and it's going to get hotter again soon. 29, 31 and 30.
Lovely.
So someone has commented on our YouTube. One of the best things about the heat wave has definitely been all the events going on in the local area and seeing people of all walks getting involved. I couldn't agree more. It's so lovely. When you get a bit of nice weather, things like village fetes that go on, events that have gone on in Peterborough, everyone's out and about.
That's it. It makes you more willing to go out, isn't it, when the weather's really nice?
You've got like a spring in your step, haven't you?
Definitely. Makes us all feel better.
Yeah.
If it's raining and cold, you're less likely to go out and enjoy those events. And there are some amazing events going on around Peterborough.
There's loads of amazing events going on. We had there was a Lithuanian Day, wasn't there, in the town square? Not last weekend, the weekend before, and that was really successful. I think Peterborough is very, very good at celebrating different communities. Yeah. And the diversity of our lovely city. I think it's amazing.
There was an Italian festival the other weekend
as well. Yeah.
And that. So, yeah, it's really good, isn't it? Like you said, there are such a variety of events going on.
Yeah.
And then we talked about Pride again this weekend.
We did. Where
we'll have a stall.
So we do have a second subject. However, Sue and I have gone off on many tangents today. So I think what we're going to do is save our second subject for next time, because it's a really, really important subject. We're talking about period poverty and how it affects millions of women and girls worldwide, but it's also affecting women and girls here in Peterborough and what we can do about period poverty. So I want to spend the last 4 minutes of the show talking about, Sue, you kind of concluded we were talking about social media, weren't we?
We were. I don't know where you're going with this, Mandy.
Sorry.
I think like springing something on me.
Sorry, I just like to do a bit of unplanned. No, it just got me to thinking. So last week, I spent a lot of time with secondary school children.
Yes.
And we were delivering some content around social media. So we were looking at the Louis Theroux documentary Manosphere. And then we looked at some stats around social media, which blew my mind. And then we were looking at healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships, and we looked at algorithms and how they influence young people, so on and so on. So the first thing we were talking about was influences through this Manosphere program, and we were talking about the guy that's on it, HS Tiki-Toki, and I reflected on the sessions that I did with the children, who were really, really accommodating. But I wonder if we're getting through.
Really?
I do. I think there's a lot in society at the moment about misogynistic behaviours, about that guy, this HS Tiki-Toki is wrong, you shouldn't be watching him.
And I think there has been quite a few programmes recently around misogyny, hasn't there, which are highlighting these things. So maybe it is making people think more.
Yeah. And then, we've talked about the likes of Andrew Tate, who is this person. But the reason I worry, I suppose, for the youth is that every time I go into schools and I talk about Andrew Tate, and I know Andrew Tate is very much yesterday's news, isn't he? And I say, well, he was arrested for, I think, child trafficking and a number of other sexual offences against young girls. Someone in the classroom, normally a boy, says, yes, but he wasn't convicted. And I think, you're still
clinging on.
Clinging on to this hope that this guy is okay, and near enough sticking up for this guy. So then I end up going through all of this stuff. Well, actually, there were so many people that accused him of doing this and that, and it wasn't just him, it was his brother. But I'm still being challenged by young people saying, yeah, but he wasn't convicted. So there's still this non-acceptance of people that they see in the media are real. They're real.
Yeah.
But they're not real.
And again, as with, convicting perpetrators of abuse and sexual offences is really, really difficult.
Yeah.
Really difficult.
So I just wanted to talk about that in our last 4 minutes because it was something that was playing on my mind, and I think there is an answer to this. I think that there needs to be more education.
Definitely.
We go into schools and we talk about the work we do. We talk about all of these issues. Maybe not even education, reinforcement, challenge,
Yes.
discussions. That's not acceptable. This isn't acceptable. Don't say that about women. Don't say that about men. There needs to be more people that are challenging.
And are willing to stand up and go, hold on a moment.
Yeah, this isn't funny.
That's it.
This is actually happening.
That's it. And it makes somebody feel this way. And it can lead to X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, definitely. So we have been talking about the heat wave, the lack of heat wave now, but how much we did enjoy the heat wave. We've been talking about safety on the streets for women. I've gone on a rant about young people and social media. And